A pandemic-era immigration policy that turned away migrants at the southern border because of COVID is coming to an end in just over 24 hours.
We want to give you a look at Title 42. It happened in March of 2020. The CDC implemented the policy to limit the spread of COVID from migrants. It allowed Border Patrol to turn away anyone seeking asylum or not. Nearly 5 million migrants were expelled based on Title 42. Now, with the pandemic seemingly over, it means we go back to a policy called Title 8 on May 11th, which means those crossing the border can begin to seek asylum once again.
Our Esteban Reynoso joining us in studio now with how it affects us here in the Central Valley. Esteban.
Stephanie and Alex on, well, Central Valley and immigration law firm attorneys, they say that it's going to take some time before we feel the ripple effects here at home. Now, mainly those that try to come legally into the U.S. or they're going for work or really reuniting with families too.
Fresno immigration law assistant Mariana Salazar has a stepdaughter in Michoacan, Mexico that is still seeking asylum.
Having her be safe. Just her safety, the safety of herself and her children.
Salazar has been trying to reunite her entire family for more than 5 months now, as they fear for her safety in Mexico.
It's hard, at least for her, for my stepdaughter. There isn't many options.
With Title 42 now expiring and Title 8 being reinstated, there is a big change. The Biden administration say they are setting up centers in other countries to try and limit the influx at the border. Migrants will now have to show proof they tried asking their home country for protection.
She is trying to see if there's a way that she doesn't really need to come to the border.
Hundreds of thousands of people are now waiting at the border, some of those with their hearts set on the Central Valley.
Usually when there's something at the border, we don't see it for several weeks to several months. If those people are allowed in, then they eventually will reunite with their family here in the Valley.
And that, Salazar says, is what her family is focusing on.
We're going to feel, relief, of course, but I know that it's a long process.
Now, of course, the impact of these policy changes remains to be seen. In studio, Esteban Reynoso, KC24 Local News and Matters.